51 or 2 cars I've had, only like 4 or 5 of them had AC.
So how many cars do you have?
51.
More than me. Didn't tow yet. This is just before we tow, of course. The car just magically disappeared. And we're about to make this right. So don't do this at home. Apparently I've never had a real truck to tow with, so I've never had to fix stuff like this. But if you have a big truck, you can't run your standard hitch size. And I didn't know that until today. It's like loose. It's like swimming in there. That's real bad. Now we're gonna put this to the side. Alright. So this should go in here. Beautiful. Yep. And then this one should go in here. Alright. I'm gonna move this touch. Damn, my back. Should have brought a sledgehammer, not this, but yeah, it'll go in there. It's already kind of getting stuck.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring a bigger hammer. That's the solution to everything. Feel like I'm working the railroad. This is what they used to use these things for. As long as this thing, oh, yeah, that would have been bad. I'm glad I caught that.
Yeah.
What is up, you guys? Today is another day. I actually already showered again. It's like 5 p.m. but it's like crazy hot out here. Shop doesn't have AC, so we're just gonna pump whatever work we can out. So if I can't speak or if I start sweating like an animal, you know why. We will be continuing the welding for the radiator. Hopefully we can pump that out real quick. We got our new CO2 tank put in, and yeah, so we're going to be doing that. Then we're going to be moving on to the white 86. That was a complete fail, but it's welded. Definitely learned a lot in this one pass. The biggest issue I've been having a lot of the times is I'm not throwing enough power or heat to the actual weld itself. I gotta learn how to figure out when to put more heat or more power or more amps, in a sense. So I'll show you the good one, not the bad one, but you can imagine the bad one if this is the good one. So this is the side that came out the best. And yeah, it's not good at all. I kind of was doing all right, but I lost it here, and then I tried to come back and add some more afterwards there, and that's what that is. Yeah, not pretty. That side over there is a lot worse. We're gonna continue practicing and just get better. Now that she's all full of fluids, we gotta make sure she doesn't overheat, right? It's the whole point of this. Temperature's slowly going up right here. We're gonna wait here at home for a minute, see if the temperature rises a touch more, and then we'll go down the street. So the truck has been on for about 30 minutes now. Been parked, tried to do a burnout. Obviously, you guys can tell it's the clutch. The motor is fine. It's just that the clutch or the flywheel or the pressure plate, something inside or something in between the motor and the transmission, or the motor and the wheels, something's not happy in there. So we're gonna have to deassemble the truck later in the future, just to find out what's going on with it. But for now, we're gonna focus on the cooling system, which is done, and we're gonna go down the street, run some errands. See you guys in a bit. I'll keep you guys updated. The higher the temps get, I'll record, but it looks like it's staying a quarter of the way up, which is actually a little too cold, so we'll see what's going on there. I think I may have took out the thermostat in the past. I will double check that, but yeah, we'll see what happens. Cool, super cool. Actually, probably a little bit too cool. So yeah, I'm gonna have to check and make sure we have a thermostat in there. So far, the aluminum radiator is working like a charm, so that's always good news. I've been struggling so much with this truck. I mean, now I got the other truck, but still, you know, you want to make sure all your babies are in good shape. So yeah, I'm gonna stop driving in Mexico and recording a video that's not real, and I'll catch you guys in a sec. All right, guys, it is a new day. Yes, I got a haircut, needed it bad. I don't know how I feel about today's, but it is what it is. Let's dive into this thing. Guys, it is time for the long-awaited episode of driving the car. I know it's been too long, so let's just go ahead and jump straight in. We'll be installing new brake lines, new brake calipers, and hopefully that will allow us to drive it. First, we're going to remove the brake lines, the old ones. They are completely wrecked. These super old pins, way overdue now. Unless you want to live your life suffering, get yourself a brake wrench or brake removal wrench. Trust me, that extra corner does wonders. Just do it. Just like that, old one is out. You can see much, much better. If you guys are new to 86 brakes, you have the one that attaches up here. So once you have your main line, let me show you. Once you guys have your main line up here attached, then you have this connection on the actual shock itself. Then you have the third connection, which is onto the brake caliper. All of this here is dirt, you guys. I just haven't had a chance to get all of this off. Like, there is tons of dirt from throughout the years, and I've cleaned it very well, but apparently not enough. This is going to be your hardest one to put in, I think, just because it's been in there for so long that once you take it out, the flare is actually opened up on the bottom. I filed the tip off around it so that it doesn't get in the way of the threads, if that makes any sense. All we need is connect the brake line to the caliper now, but she's on there. She's spinning. Before I go to the store actually, and I forget, I'm going to show you guys the one issue I was having with putting the brakes on the other side. The biggest thing is actually not hardware issue, so that's a good thing. Okay, so right up here on this little bolt for the brake line, this is the top one that comes from the car, from the cylinder, or the brake booster, into the actual line. The rubber hose. This one is supposed to attach there. The issue is that this line has been here for so long and it's been crimped down onto the other line that this little flare on the bottom. What I did is I grinded this little edge on the bottom as is. It won't exactly go past that point. It feels like it, or it looks like it on camera, but it gets stuck right there. Just grinded it down a touch. You can see that now. I had to pull it out from this side to get it to where I could access it easily. So this little corner that you can see clearly now, it usually pops up over the threads, which won't allow me to sit it into the other fitting. So if everything goes well, this should theoretically be able to screw in a lot easier. Yep, see? Now attach it to this one and then do the same as the other side, put on the brake calipers, but first, banjo bolt. All right, guys. It is the next day. So funny thing is, it wasn't a banjo bolt issue, it was a user error issue. Apparently the banjo bolt was in the bag. Here I went searching for a banjo bolt all day. Couldn't find one, of course, because usually the calipers come with one inside the box or inside the bag. The caliper is on. Let's see if you guys can see that, but caliper's on. It spins freely. So we're gonna throw the wheels back on and then get started with the fuel tank. Okay guys, so we have successfully finished the white 86. Apparently, or at least for now, seems like everything has been buttoned up in terms of mechanically. Now, you know how that is. Usually there's little gremlins, especially for a car that's been sitting for who knows how long. So we're gonna not really get our hopes up on that one. But yeah, for now, it is done. It is time to get its official first drive. Finally in the nice sun, ready to get going. And I put this mammoth in here. Does anybody else have those friends that come over and drink the same stuff, and so then you gotta label their drinks? Yeah, I just drink a lot of water. Fill this thing up and hope it goes. Ooh. Yeah, let's grab a funnel. And as we were trying to start it up, yes, I got hungry. We went to go eat, came back, and yeah, we had a situation. So luckily the car did not catch on fire. It is in one piece. Well, it's not exactly in one piece anymore. As you guys can see over here, we had the starter fluid out, trying to get it to go. And right here you can see there's a nice big puddle of something that dried up. And actually it was the gasoline. So after we poured the gas through, it wasn't working. And so then I peeked through the gas again, and it was empty. And if you guys can see over here, I then pulled out the grinder again and started to cut through. We had a leak. And so if you guys can see there, this JB weld job did not do justice. So she's going under the knife again. I told you, don't get excited with these builds. Unfortunately, that's just the nature of the builds, especially when you're trying to salvage an old car and you're trying to bring one of these things back. You have to be able to not get too optimistic, but still, you know, constantly improve. I think what I'm gonna start doing is upload more regularly so that you guys can be more updated, and I'm gonna make them as interesting as I can and maybe show a little more of my personality so that it's the biggest issue is I try to record a single like full job being done, and that sometimes takes multiple days. And while I like doing that because I feel like the content is more narrowed down to a subject, I may have to just show you guys everything going on, because like this was not expected, and my plan was to have the car on the road, and yeah, obviously that's not happening on this one. But yeah, you guys cross your fingers for me. I need some luck because this thing has been fighting us on multiple little things. We should have had this on the road, but with work and other things going on, it needs more attention than what I have been giving it, so it is kind of my fault. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Hopefully, if you guys are still here from the beginning of when this build started, you can see some progress. One of you guys actually reached out to me and got me a dash for this thing, and I appreciate that. We will have a dash coming in soon. I was going to DIY a dash, actually be making a video of restoring the dash because the dash is still pretty far gone, but not as far gone as this one. What I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna end it here for this video because this next video is gonna require some extensive work. So what I'm going to be doing is ending it here. Stay tuned for the next one. It will definitely be 86 content. We're gonna actually stick to an 86 plan until we can pump this thing out because I need this thing on the road now. Actually, I needed this thing on the road like yesterday. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.